Wales dominate Ireland at Cardiff Arms Park. My name's Mark, let's talk rugby. The opening game of the 2023 Women's Six Nations was a very one-sided affair, but what a performance from Wales. They went with pro contracts a year before Ireland and are really reaping the benefit of it now. You know, they gave out contracts there at the start of 2022. Ireland only just recently following suit, and you can see like how much that has helped the Welsh game. So starting off, they have an attacking line out. Gwen Crabb claims the ball to tail. Really good take from her. They set up the maul. They then get some momentum. Ireland really can't halt them at all. It's, they don't even at any stage make them pause. They get penalty advantage as well, but they don't need it. Over they go, and Alex Callender is the scorer. Bevan misses the conversion from out wide, but 5-0. We've only got a few minutes on the clock. Wales then, they lose Crabb to injury early on. Harris comes on for her. Shortly after that, then Wales are on the attack again. They're pounding away at the Irish line just in the shadow of the post. Lewis goes close with a good carry. They then go again. The ball kind of spills loose. It was actually knocked on by Niamh Jones of Ireland. Wales, though, they regather it, set up the ruck, and then Bevan snipes from the base of that ruck in around the side of the post to score. She converts her own try, and we're at 12-0. And yeah, it's already looking ominous for Ireland. Wales then, their line-out maul delivers them another score. They're about 7 metres out. They go to Fleming at the front this time. It's a great take again. And I have to say, they look very well drilled in terms of like getting into good body positions in the maul. They set it up and drive. Ireland's defence, like they try to halt them, but Wales actually, they kind of roll them all a little bit, and Ireland don't kind of respond to that, and some of them are just kind of spun out of the side of the maul and over the line again they go. Yeah, and you can see again they just put a lot of work into this area, and it really is paying off. Harris is the scorer. Bevan converts this, and we're at 19-0. Wales are in complete control. Wales' next score then comes off the back of a retreating scrum just outside the Irish 22. Scrum was actually one of the few positives for Ireland today. Harris is there at the back in the 8th position. She has to kind of go in and dig for the ball to get it out of the scrum. Does well to do that. Gets to Bevan. Then Karen Lake comes on a really good line with lots of pace on it as well. Takes a pass from Bevan. She brushes aside an attempted tackle from Cronin, and then she's in behind and she pops it off to Hannah Jones, who goes under the post to score the bonus point try before half time. That was a great score from a Welsh point of view, but really poor defence from Ireland. But again, like Wales exploited to the fullest. Bevan converts that one. We're at 26-0, and that was our halftime score. Great half from Wales there. Ireland really didn't fire a shot. They did have one chance where they charged down a kick, but then they couldn't convert it, and Wales actually won the penalty or were able to clear from that. Into the second half then, Wales again putting pressure on Ireland. They get a driving maul going, and Tuipulotu goes over. She dots down. Then Bevan puts the conversion over, but then the TMO actually pipes up, and we come back to look at that, and there's a knock-on in the move up to that. So the try is ruled out, but you also get Derbla Nickerbird is from Ireland. She's sent to the bin for a deliberate knock-on. So Ireland down to 14, and what was a bad day, gets worse from there. Wales immediately capitalise on the woman advantage. They worked their way back within a metre or so of the line. And then Tuipulotu powers her way over. Really strong carry from her. And this time the try does stand. There were 2 Irish trying to tackle her on the line, and a few coming in behind, but they just kind of went like skittles almost. Really strong from her. Bevan misses the conversion. We're at 31-0, and yeah, there's no way back for Ireland at this stage. Ireland, though, they do finally get a score on the ball board with about less than 50 minutes to go. They work their way up to the Welsh line. So there is some stout defence from Wales, trying to keep them out. But finally, Friday goes over. She's got O'Connor and Haney on the latch as well to help her over. Dana O'Brien, though, she misses the conversion. Really was a kickable kick, I think. But that's how we finish 31-5 to Wales. Now, normally at this stage, we would have a look at some stats. We'd have a chat about that. But try as I might, I could not find any stats available anywhere for the games that happened yesterday. Went to the official Women's Six Nations site. They still have the stats from 2022. So there's not much you can do to bring you stats, because the places I normally go to, ESPN, didn't even have like any coverage of yesterday's games up on it. And then, the big news sites, the likes of BBC and RTE, generally don't provide stats. They just have like a kind of short match report. So once we do get stats available sometime during the tournament, hopefully it might even be after the tournament if they're being this slow putting them up. But if we do get them available, I will do a dedicated stats video and do it that way. But I would love to just give you some stats from the game, because I think it's always interesting to see what areas really teams were dominant in, because just watching the game, you can feel like everything went Wales's way, where there probably is stuff that Ireland did okay, like their scrum. Okay, but from there, Wales, they're such an improved side from 2 years ago. They got beaten 45-0 by Ireland in the same fixture at the same place as well, Carla Farms Park. And at that stage, you were thinking, what are Wales doing in terms of their women's rugby? But that result and others in that Six Nations was part of the catalyst that made them sit down and think about it and actually develop a professional women's program. And it really is helping them a lot. Last year against Ireland in the RDS, they actually, it was a good comeback win from them against Ireland. And I felt like that in previous years, when Ireland got themselves ahead, Wales probably would have fell away and Ireland would have kind of stretched away from them. But, obviously the shoots were there of this performance today. But today they were just in control from start to finish in this one. And I think repeating last year's third place finish is a very realistic goal on the evidence of this game. They'll obviously have sterner tests against the likes of France and England, but this did look impressive in this one. Ireland, they're rebuilding at the moment. A lot of the players from that win 2 years ago are no longer in the side or in the squad, but that's through a number of different factors, a combination of retirements. Obviously, the 7 players as well are no longer available to the 15 sides for this Six Nations, and also the fact that a lot of talented and probably first choice players who on merit should be in this side are being frozen out because of the protest letter that they signed last year. So there's a lot for Ireland to work through to get a decent team together. But for them, it doesn't get any easier. They've got France up next. They put 40 points on them last year. And, on the evidence of today, they might even put more up this year.